Thanks, Dominica. And there's a little bit of cloud coming in, and that is very welcome because, Matt, it is so hot. I mean, we talk about it being hot, but it knocks you over, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really, really does. Proper dry desert heat out here in the Motorland at Aragon. It says 31 degrees there. Definitely feels a bit hotter than that. When we rocked up on Thursday, it was 35. Oh my goodness. But the good news is, Peter, all air conditioned and comfortable.
Yeah, we're all right. We're not on the grid with the rookies. But the thing is here, there's been an awful lot of talk this weekend, hasn't there, about the new surface and just what that is doing to everybody's tyres in all the classes.
Yes, correct. I mean, we just had a cracking MotoGP sprint and also qualifying for Moto2 and Moto3, and that's caused all sorts of problems, particularly for the rider that started third on the MotoGP.
The rookies, that's the pole man, of course. That is Alvaro Carpe on the number 83 KTM, the 17-year-old Spaniard. And as we mentioned before, all the guys on the 1, 2, 3 on the grid are the same position in the cup chase. So Brian Iriarte is second.
In race one, it was that unfortunate needless comeback that he had going through the long lap penalty after exceeding track limits. A cracking set of races for him though overall.
Yeah, that's right. Veda Pratama, talk about cracking.
I mean, blimey O'Reilly. Veda, you pointed it out when we were off air beforehand, he had a barnstormer of a qualifying session, didn't he? Because he wasn't showing too much promise in free practice, and that was going to wish him luck, his former teammate Tactical Piastri.
Yeah, and Veda was absolutely superb. He said, I spent, the first 2 free practice sessions just learning the track, and he said then I went out in qualifying and I just got in the bunch, chased the guys around, and I'm very happy. And there, another happy man, Hakim Dannis, who wasn't happy in Austria.
He's back on form here this weekend, eh?
That's right. He has completely, shrugged off the disappointment of not enjoying the Red Bull Ring. About the only guy there who didn't enjoy the Red Bull Ring plan.
Good man. Well, there's only one problem with that. There's 25 other riders who've got the same plan. So good luck.
That's right. He said, look, I need a good start. It's all going to be down to a good start and not letting Alvaro get away. So
I think that was the Valentin Peroni fan club there cheering on the trackside as well. Superb. So every weekend in the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup, of course, it's our penultimate weekend. We have got champion to crown, and the top 3 of Red Bull Rookies Cup are eligible, even if they are 17 years old, to move up to Moto3 next year. There's a lot riding on these current races, Peter, isn't there?
That's right, and one of those with eyes on that position is Rico Salmela. He's 5th in the championship, but he's down on the 4th row, having only qualified 11th. He said, I got my best lap disallowed. He said, but I've got the pace. He said, I'm down on the 4th row, but I know I've got the pace to run at the front.
Another one is Marco Morelli. He desperately wants to move up as well. He'll be starting for 13th on the grid here this weekend there. What sort of drama and action awaits, Peter, as we so the riders take off on the warm-up lap? It's worth noting, isn't it? I mean, I don't know if you felt it, but I think the riders have been a bit more intense this weekend. The riders that are in their 3rd year want to move up as they're of age, because of course the top 3 can, as well as in the junior GP. The riders that are in their 1st or 2nd years want to be asked back. It's a lot riding on this weekend.
There's a huge amount, isn't it? And they know it's back-to-back race 1 in Austria. He was a long way off winning anything like that here. He said, I really didn't like the sort of the slip.
This warm-up lap will be very, very key indeed. I mean, the surface with the rain that we had last night, Moto3 bike,
there's only one place, races, where they sometimes, depending on exactly which gearing they're choosing, they might be using first gear. So a tremendous amount of curving actually here in Aragon, where the curves become increasingly jagged on the edge of them to avoid the riders actually going. Top speed of 230 kilometers an hour, 143 miles an hour.
Winner in just 13 laps.
13 laps, yes, 66 kilometers of Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup action. That is Brian Iriarte. The riders are under starters' orders. And the revs are rising, the temperature's rising, and we're away for the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup Race 1 here in Aragon, and a superb start from the pole position from Alvaro Carpe. Alongside him and underneath him, no, it is Carpe. Carpe that leads into the first corner. An absolutely perfect start. Let's hope everybody gets around okay. Yes, I think they do, and he's away. It's going to take a little cautious.
He would have seen exactly what happened to the MotoGP third position.
It is in second place.
Things
Veda Pratama in third.
Things go back to worse for Dodoboggio. There he is. Dear. He's crashed out of the race, unfortunately, on this opening lap. That's
very much off the track, but there's no penalty for that. Brian Ariati, though, uses the opportunity. To pick up the lead, takes it from Carpe with Chies in third.
And there we go then. Oh, we got riders down the background. Who's that? Oh, several riders down. Goodness me. Oh, it's Christian Daniel, Marco Morelli, and I think
of the season, but it's all gone bad for him here, unfortunately. There's the 28 ahead, and there is the 54 of Veda Pratama.
I'm not sure what that was. I'm keen to get a look at what happened in the background there, but I don't think any riders came in the championship standing to Ariati needs.
Yeah, and that's the 95 of Marco Morelli. We're talking about him, how he needed to. He wasn't feeling very confident in the track surface, but he's out of this.
Oh, we're not going to get to see the cause, but it looked like.
Yeah, as you say, looks more like three separate incidents, something
yeah,
like that.
You would expect the bikes to be together.
Yeah, second place now. He's looking for the slipstream of Brian Ariati. He's pulled ahead of the 83 of Alvaro Carpe. Now, this isn't really the way I expected it to go.
Across the line, we'll be seeing where they are. I mean, it says, oh yeah, Rico Salmella's there with Ruche Muli just joining onto the back of this group now. They've also got Pini and Zanni because they had 2 10th places. Hardly anybody else has actually been here who was here. So Chies was. He was actually the corners into the reverse corner, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. You don't get the impression as usual with TV.
A little blip in Austria, let's say, as Valentin Peroni stalks all
run on with it. Anyway,
well, there we go. Into the final side of the runners. There are no more track limits apart from as it goes down right to 2 times.
That's right. No, so Ariati now has opened up the gap. 4/10 of a second, and I think Carpe has realised he's still the leader, but as I said, the 86 Alvaro Carpe, the points leader, saw what he'd done, saw that he'd moved ahead, doesn't want to let you're looking back from Alvaro Carpe, there you were on the on-board.
Oh, we've got a red flag rider, that's a pause from the race at the moment. So this is the first red flag of the year, not being told why at the moment, but
presumably that, you know, it's either attending to a rider or maybe machinery on the track. We're told about just before, but that is the end of action.
We've got a rider down there,
but it's head up, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So
half seconds off the pace, goodness me.
Yeah, that's right. There's a big difference. Yeah. 11-14. First in the second race.
He crashed in turn 4 with race one.
That's right. He got on and rode brilliantly to pick up a couple of points.
And race 2 was a case of absolute catch me if you can, and no one had a passion, didn't they?
No, that's right.
Very clear that what he's capable of doing. And we can say that about how many riders.
Because he almost won race 1 in Spielberg, Rebel Ring, a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
And then had a very ordinary race.
You've got to hand it to him. America really has a future star in Grand Prix racing.
Tyres cooled down like they have done now in the middle of the practice sessions.
So down the back straight they come then, into the
Ducati. He lies second in the points chase, and completing the front row of the grid is Maximo Chies.
Here we go then.
So 5 laps of Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup action. Race 1, part 2 here in Aragon. Who's going to win this one? It's a great start again from the pole man, but this time it's Brian Ariati who has the advantage.
Superb start from Ariati. Look at that. I mean, what a dream start that was. It's Veda Pratama in second place though. 2 cautious from Carpe. Veda goes very, very wide indeed. He will concede P2 to Valentin Peroni. He shoots through. We've now got Christian Daniel and Marco Morelli on the charge then. Off they go, trying to hunt the other up.
In part 2, got away.
It's coming to Pratama in third.
That's right, and of course, you know, that's the live cup standings, and that would turn things around. Be minus 12 points only. Oh, it's dust. Well, of course, it could be in the gravel there.
Is it Chies? It's Chies! Chies is gone! He is either down or he's through the gravel. I do hope TV direction
has taken up the running from Valentin Peroni. Ariati is in third place at Pratama. And really, it is Carpe with it all to play for now.
That is huge news for the championship. Keyless has rejoined the race according to...
Dusty KTM, but it... no, and is he trying to push the handlebar lever?
So here's what happened. Keyless. Oh, he gets pushed. Oh, goodness me. And that's Hakim Danish's. Hakim Danish went up his inside. I think he just might have back in front. We got Uriarte in third. Pratama fourth. Max Keyless seemingly in towards turn 14. What will transpire now?
Come, James.
Shout out to Leonardo
The line. It is Alvaro Carpe that leads Peroni on the 73.
And this is exactly what Peroni needs to do. He will know that Keyless is out of Keyless. He's out of the...
Absolutely superb stuff from these three.
Come on, lads!
Just 2 laps and a corner remaining. That's the battle for the rest of the points of the top 10 finishes. But it's the
Out of the running for the podium. And they've got bad news as well because you've got Danish, Carter Thompson as well there in 9th. Poudier's behind him on the... He runs wide. He'll give up the inside, but not quite. It's all about the drive down the straight, Peter.
And who gets out of this corner gets the perfect drive and the slipstream, of course. You may not really want to be leading it, but the man in front is Alvaro Carpe, ahead of Valentin Peroni. And Brian Uriarte trying to come back in, but he's too far back to pick up the slipstream. Is he going to make a move? This is it. Down into the final corner, Peter. And the hill. It is Carpe. It's going to be tough. It's going to be Carpe. They can't pass it now. It's Alvaro Carpe that wins from Peroni and Uriarte.
Blimey O'Reilly, 200ths of a second separates Carpe from Peroni. Uriarte then.
And just my goodness. And there is Maxwell. Thank goodness he's okay. Thank goodness he's okay. And it will get to between Brian Uriarte and but it's not comfortable.
No, certainly not. That's fair. Peroni's done himself some big favours there.